With Michael McLean, the Perth Blue Wings, you built this into one of the most respected junior hockey organizations. When did you take over, and what was the decision behind it?
Actually, I took over almost 4 seasons ago. The Perth Blue Wings, we're in our 83rd year this year, and 4 years ago, community-run team, like a lot of the teams in Junior B at the time, being run by volunteers. So many expenses from ice time to equipment and things like that. Just a real, it got to the point where it was like, is this team going to be around long term? And the volunteers are doing a tremendous job. But a lot of people that have been working with the team for a number of years, getting older, and just it became a 12-month job. That's what hockey is now, is 12 months. So I approached the community or the organization that owned the Blue Wings a couple of times, and then finally the timing worked 4 years ago in the summer, 4 years ago. And it's been a rebuild since then. We bottomed out 3 seasons ago. We were in 22nd place. The last year of the old Junior B, we finished 22nd with a very young team. And then last year, we had 38 win season, which was the most in 82 years. So we went from worst season, one of the worst seasons in our franchise history, to one of the very best. This year with 11 new players in the lineup, and under the leadership of Bill White as our general manager, we've been able to bring in 11 new players, a lot of them from the new under-18 program. And this year we're on pace. We've got the 4 losses. We're on the same pace as we were last year. So we got the finals last year against Castleman. We lost to a tremendous hockey program. This year we're in first place as we stand here in the CCHL2. I wasn't sure if that was going to happen this year. I think there might have been a little more of a rebuild, a development. But when you have a general manager that's working 2 years ahead, when you have a general manager, like I commented, that works 12 months a year, it's really a pleasure to coach because you have the players. And we're getting younger every year. This league, this is the second year of the CCHL2. Our team is younger. Everyone's team is younger. Brockville's team is younger, and it's already more of a development year. So no, it was quite a thing. We used to average 75 fans when I bought the team. We put a lot of clout into making it a family affair. When you come to the Perth Arena on a Friday night, it's about affordable family entertainment, and we're averaging between 300 and 400 paying fans a night. That pays a lot of bills in Junior B hockey. And another thing that we have that a lot of other teams don't have is we have tremendous corporate support, from arena boards to ice logos to jersey sponsors to program sponsors. Every single one of our games is sponsored, and these are businesses in the Perth surrounding community. So no, the people off the ice have done an amazing job for us too. So we have a group of about 4 or 5 amazing volunteers now. Bill White, our general manager, handles all the recruiting, all the trades, and I get to stand behind the bench and coach these great kids. So it's fun. It was not fun being in 22nd place, but we had a plan. I think the key turnaround was hiring Bill White 2 seasons ago. This is his 23rd year in this league, so he knows a good player. We agree. We have the same philosophy, the type of player we want, the type of person, and so far so good.
The CCHL2 Initiative, second year, there was some resistance to that, but you've been a proponent of that all along, and I think now, there's little tiny aches and pain, but this thing, and you answered some of that before, this is really starting to come around from the developmental standpoint.
Well, I'm a supporter of the commissioner, Kevin Abrams. When I heard that Kevin was coming to our league, right off the bat, I knew that we were going to be supporting his vision of our league. Kevin is intelligent enough to know that hockey has changed so much that it was time for Junior B to improve, to change, or there wasn't going to be a future. There wasn't going to be enough teams, and we have so many teams, 3 or 4 years ago that were struggling financially. But with the pay-to-play model now, with the players, it brings stability to all these great teams and these organizations that were having a hard time paying their bills. So the key for me was when Kevin was involved. After that, it was an easy sell in terms, and we've seen the proof in our second year here. Last year, in the first year of the new league, the 2 biggest things I saw, which were positive improvements, were number one, professionalism. Everything from dress code to the players, to websites, to Facebook, Twitter, social media, to the way the players dress for games, jerseys, names on jerseys. It was just a more polished product, a more junior A product, a product that, if a parent went to with a 14-year-old son or a 15-year-old son would say, I'd like my son or daughter to play in that league. So number one was professionalism. The second was a move to development, 2 practices a week, sometimes 3 depending upon the team. Younger players, eventually after this year, getting rid of the 21-year-olds, the 4 21-year-olds. You can't have it both ways. You can't have 16-year-old players playing in a league with 21-year-olds. So if you want to keep the 21-year-olds, then you couldn't have the... So it was a move back to development. There's no other league in junior hockey in Canada that has that wide a gap. 16-year-old players playing against 21. Like, we love our 21-year-old players, and we wish they could play every year, but Kevin was smart enough to say, you just can't have that gap. It's too much of a gap. It's 5 full years.
A year's a big difference.
Totally. So those are the 2 big things, professionalism and player development. And again, this year we have 11 new players in our lineup, their first year in this league, and that most of them are coming from the under-18 program. They're from Smith Falls, Carleton Place, Canada, Nepean. And these kids, you can tell that they've been through that AA or AAA program, because when they're at the rink, it's about hockey. They're good students. They're busy kids. A lot of our guys have jobs as well. So no, I don't think it could go much better. There was a few bumps in the road, but I love the way it's set up now. You have 8 city teams, and you basically have 8 valley teams. Like, we love that Brockville is in our conference. We love that we're playing Westport and Athens for the first time in 50 years. You'd have to date back to when my dad, Frank McLean, played in those old rivalries 50 years ago, when you came to Brockville and played on a Wednesday night, or you came to Athens. Like, our travel is cut in half. Like, we don't take a bus a single year. We don't take one bus this entire year. We go to Castleman once. We go to Ottawa West once. There's no rivalries with those teams, but we love playing Brockville, Westport, Athens, Prescott. So I love the city versus the valley. That's another thing that Kevin's done a great job of 8 teams on each side.
Michael, you're the reigning Richardson Conference champions. You fell a little shy to Castleman last season. It looks right now as many as 5 teams in the mix here. What do you like about your club?
Well, I like our work ethic, and I like our speed. We tell our players since August when we started that we want to intimidate with our speed and our work ethic. We're successful when we skate, and we're a north-south team. We like to move pucks, and speed is the name of the game. It doesn't matter if it's the NHL, the OHL, or Junior B. You can't play and win anymore if you can't skate and move pucks. So Bill White has recruited that type of player where we move pucks. We're not going to win every night, but we're going to skate and work every night. So that's been the big thing for our team. For the second year in a row, Neil, we've been last in penalty minutes in the league. Years ago, you could win through that intimidation. You could carry that enforcer. You could carry a line of enforcers. But right now, it's almost like we use all 4 lines, all 6 defensemen. We had 2 fights last season, and we have had 2 fights this season, and we're last in penalty minutes. So we really put an emphasis on staying on the ice. Our power play is like 4th in the league, but a big thing for us is the last 2 seasons we've stayed out of the penalty box. I don't think you can win in today's game anymore by taking hundreds and hundreds of minutes and penalties. So it's the same with playing in the Tikis tonight. Like, we have to be disciplined, we have to skate, use our speed, and we have to outwork them. And when we do that, on most nights, we look up and the scoreboard is in our favor.
Finally, Michael, you got some promotions coming up.
Always, there's such a fan base in Perth, and I remember when I was a little kid, my dad played with the NHL All-Stars. We're going back 35, 40 years. So when I bought the team, I asked around, I said, when was the last time, the Rough Riders hockey team or the NHL All-Stars came to Perth? And they said, it's probably been 40 years. So when I bought the team, I said, it's my goal as owner to bring the original 6 teams to Perth every second year. So we started with Guy Lafleur and Steve Shutt and the Montreal Canadiens 3 years ago. That was a tremendous event, and our Blue Wings players and alumni got to play on that. So that was a tremendous thing to have Guy Lafleur and Guy Carbonneau and Steve Shutt in your community. Then last year, we brought Raymond Bourque and Rick Middleton and the Boston Bruins, another original 6 team, to Perth, another sellout. It was a great thing. We get the minor hockey kids involved. The Bruins did a clinic with the kids, and the game itself is a lot of fun. This year, it's Wendell Clark and Darcy Tucker, Dave Reed and the Toronto Maple Leafs this coming Sunday. So the game's a complete sellout again. We have the game, we have some things with minor hockey, and then we have the VIP dinner after. So that's been the easiest sell. I mean, Montreal and Boston were tremendous, but I've never seen something I didn't have to promote, which was the Leafs. So yeah, it's a complete sellout. It's this Sunday at 3 p.m. in Perth. We have some of our graduating players get an opportunity to play in that game against Doug Gilmour and Wendell Clark, and then we bring back some of the Hall of Famers to play. So it's always a fun afternoon. But like I tell our players, once in a lifetime. You know, they were at my house last year before, you know, playing pool with Raymond Bourque and talking to Guy Lafleur 2 years ago. It doesn't happen every day. So we try to make it an experience for the kids to play in Perth too, because a lot of our kids are driving a long way to be a Blue Wing. In our community, you know, you have a handful of kids from Perth, but we got kids from Orleans and Nepean, and we even have an overager as far like as Cumberland driving. So we like to do extra special things for them that are fun. So I'm really looking forward to this Sunday. Wendell Clark, I hear, is a tremendous guy, and I know getting Doug Gilmour to come to Perth was a real coup, because Doug is so involved with the Kingston Frontenacs. He doesn't play in the alumni games, but because it's so close to Kingston, he signed on as one of the players. So really looking forward to that. Got to take care of business tonight first.
Absolutely. Thanks for doing this, Michael. Really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Michael McLean of the Perth Blue Wings.